Today we are doing our live reading, and we are doing what messages do you need to hear right now in between the questions from our viewers. So, donations are greatly appreciated, guys. Really helps me out so much when you do that. Thank you for that. Thank you for any way that you support this channel, whether it be through those donations, purchases, likes, shares, comments, subscribes, hitting the super thanks button, leaving super chat stickers. Everything that you guys do really helps me out so much, you guys, and I'm very grateful for it. So thank you as well to our guides and our ancestors for being here to help us see what we need to see and figure out what we need to figure out. I'm doing good, Miss Munn. How are you doing, Miss Mon? So let's see what they want us to talk about with this opening message here. Hey, don't you start that. Sadie baby. 1111. Abundance, good luck, fortune, on the right track, divine meaning. Everything falls into place. Synchronizations. There could have been a certain space or a certain place that maybe you were around a lot that was draining a lot of your energy. You could have been very sad or upset when certain situations ended, but these situations ending were for your highest good. It really was a part of your journey that was meant to be taking place so that you can move forward. Icy roads. You're feeling a lot of coldness from a lot of the people around you, maybe. Cancer and Taurus. Libra. Someone may have been watching you and you may not have known that they were watching you in some way. You could have definitely felt like there was a target on you in some way. You have had your heart broken pretty badly in certain situations that you've dealt with. Situations that you allowed your curiosity to lead you forward in. There's nothing wrong with following your curiosity. I feel like a lot of you may be in defensive mode at this current time, though, because of the loss of the people you have left behind. And I feel like right at this moment, you're being asked to try to get back to who you truly are underneath that defensiveness. Glad it's resonating for you, Miss Munn. At times you felt almost invisible, like people really didn't see your value or see your worth. Like nothing you were doing was recognized or given credit. But I feel like all of a sudden there's going to be a lot of this credit coming in, a lot of recognition coming in. Everything that you're doing and everything that you've been working on is going to start going up. Some of you, I feel like, have dramatically shifted or changed your fashion over the last few years as well in some way. Some of you could have did a clean out thing where you cleaned out anything old or unused within your closet as well. And there's going to be some new things coming in because of you making that room in that way. I think at this time there definitely is a need to pay attention to what people are offering you or what you may be participating in, because there could definitely be some people around you that are trying to manipulate you in some sort of way to cause you to fall off track or fall off balance. And there could even be some people who have tried to claim this about you as well. So, Miss Munn, why did your Scorpio baby dad send your son with his sister out of town? Started an argument with you afterwards. Sounds to me like it was a planned thing to make sure that he was out of the way while you guys were dealing with what you were dealing with. That's what it sounds like anyway. Let's see. You are ready to be seen. You are no longer happy to remain in the world of the invisibility that you created for yourself. You are stepping into the spotlight. Do not run from the attention. Remember that you asked for this and you worked hard to remove your mask and reveal the light that's within. With great power comes great responsibility. So there is definitely I feel like maybe you have been kind of stepping out of the shadow. You've been addressing things that you have not addressed in the past. You've been pointing things out, noticing things, not talking yourself out of believing certain things. Yeah, you freed your heart in some sort of way as well. This person could have been somebody that was very gentlemanly like in some ways. Like, say you were cold and shivering, he might have been the type that would offer you his jacket, that kind of thing. Angel, get over here. She's a little turd. Yeah, I feel like there's a possibility as well that he may have felt like there was something he had to say that was going to make you very upset, and he may not have wanted your kid to see it. In Pisces, spirituality to ultimately experience, trusting your psychic knowledge of, resulting from the indecision of or about your dreams, your idealization of, be a part of something and something overwhelming. And Amber Run, Pilot, is the song that's coming to mind. I don't want to be the center of everything. I just want to be a part of something new. I don't want to be the center of everything. I just want to be a part of something. So, this person definitely feels like you are wanting to be a part of something real. Yeah, he had some stuff he wanted to say. And I feel like he didn't want your son around to hear it. The truth is going to be coming out, and justice is going to be done in this situation. The scales are going to be being balanced. Narcissistic, yeah. I can understand that because a couple years ago, my ex took off with my children after getting really pissed off in the middle of the night. He went and grabbed them from church and took off. Nobody would tell me where they were for 3 days. Nobody would answer me for 3 days. And then I'm pretty sure he used the text messages that I sent him for 3 days to prove that I was mentally unstable and to get a restraining order put on me against my kids, saying that I abused them simply because he didn't want to have somebody saying anything about him. So that he could control the situation too. And it was planned out as well because he took everything out of my purse beforehand. Yeah. So it was all planned out when he came to see me that day. Ooh. I feel like he is noticing how much work you've been putting in as well. That you got a lot on your plate. He may feel like the actions that he has taken are fair and just, and he took them for a reason. You can have whatever you like. That song's coming through my mind. Every time I see this card, for some reason, that song comes into my mind. Probably because they're in a fast food restaurant when he's telling her that. He's giving her his card and everything. Hi, Kanchan. Nice to see you. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Rashima. So, yeah, that's pretty... Maybe he felt like you needed a break of some kind, too, for a day. There could have been this energy of feeling like you needed a break. Feeling like you were like extra stressed out, extra worried about things, and maybe you needed a break. And I can understand definitely not wanting to believe that when you're dealing with somebody like that too. It's extremely hard to believe that. It's hard to remember the person that was underneath that before all of the nasty started coming out too, sometimes, definitely. So Rashima, what will your husband be like? Be true to who you are. The beauty inside is overflowing. The real you will get you far. Look at the seed of life you're sowing. What will you reap from the life of a sheep, when instead you could flourish if you choose to take and nourish the real you that is inside, wishing for a solid new ride. 8/31/19. So I feel like this person's going to have gone through a lot of the similar things you have. This person's going to be somebody who was a follower for a very long time and is looking to shift their life into a new gear and become a leader in their life, become a leader with the people around them. The fourth house, as you did in the past, your home base or your family, do what makes you feel secure. Support your home base or family. Mercury, communicate, analyze, let your mind tell you how. Awareness of, many thoughts about or from, many words. So I feel like you and this person are going to have a lot in common. You guys are going to be able to communicate very well, very effectively. You're going to have a lot of fun communicating with each other. The amount of communication, the amount of authentic communication is going to be making you feel extremely comfortable in this connection. It's going to be making you feel very cared for, very loved, very understood as well. This may be somebody that gives you that like familiar feeling of home as well. Six of Cups. This could definitely be somebody from the past too, or from your childhood. Because that's what, between this card and the Six of Cups coming out, that's kind of what I'm feeling there. This is going to be a situation that is going to carry you away from the tumultuous waters. It's going to ease your emotions, make you feel calm and comforted. It's going to be something that's very reciprocal in that love energy. What you give out, you will get back. And really, a lot of times we say that, but do we really think about it? What we give out, we will get back. If we are feeling like everyone around us is out to get us, what are we going to attract in? We're going to attract in people who feel like everybody around them is out to get them. And a lot of those people are going to strike before the other party can strike too. If we are putting out a loving energy where we are giving and generous and kind and open-hearted, then what we draw in is going to be that generosity, that kindness, that open-heartedness, that love. But sometimes we end up having someone who is hurt around us that ends up hurting us in some sort of way. And then it causes us to not believe in that anymore and pack away half of ourselves and half of our heart. Our heart goes on ice in a way. And then it takes some time to thaw it back out. I feel like you're going to feel like this is a completely new adventure. A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. Yeah, you're going to end up having to sacrifice something from the past. You're going to end up having to let go of something from the past. Something that happened to let out and release a lot of the inner demons that you have inside of you. You're going to have to heal and work through so that this ending can fully take place. And I feel like leaving this behind is going to be one of the biggest ways where you are going to be feeling very new, very fresh. You're going to be thinking about things differently. You're going to be going out and trying new things. And as you're doing some of those new things, you're going to end up running into somebody who has a very similar mindset to you. And it's not that you guys are going to agree on everything or believe the same things about everything, because that would be boring as fuck. If you guys believed in the same things all the time and agreed on everything all the time, then you'd have nothing to talk about. But this is going to be somebody who has a lot of the same similar beliefs and ideologies, and you guys are going to be able to discuss your different viewpoints on it, and it's not going to be like an argument or a fight all the time. It's going to be something where both of you are able to appreciate and respect the other person's point of view. This person may be very childlike in a lot of ways as well, and very open. Hi, Ariana. Yeah, Miss Munn. Luckily, it never got quite to that level with my ex, but it came close a couple times. And after the second time and what I said to him, he never laid a hand on me again. But it can be extremely hard dealing with people that are like that. Those people have learned from their parents that if somebody does not listen to you and you can't control them, you put your hands on them. That's why we shouldn't be beating our children, because that's what you teach them. You teach them that if you can't control somebody and you don't like what they're doing, you put your hands on them, and that's how you solve the problem. Instead of actually being able to sit down and communicate to each other with respect, openness, honesty, and being able to solve a problem, you teach them to bury the problem underneath abuse. Brittany Jones. What do you need to know about Bernard right now? Neptune, the idealization of confusion regarding sacrifice. Be prepared to sacrifice for. Yielding is the only way to inspire others with. So, you're very skilled in this as well, in what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to kind of yield, to kind of not place so much importance on certain things, to let go and to allow things to unfold naturally. It's really hard sometimes to let somebody else steer the boat. It really is. The Two of Coins, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Coins. You are going to have a very successful legacy together. Actually, I feel like you and this person may actually have a fair amount of children together, or maybe you'll end up teaching together, or something along those lines, where you're going to have a lot of people around you who look up to you, who listen to you, who respect you, who have a lot of, who gain a lot of comfort and stability and strength from you as well. There's a lot of loyalty in this situation. You may be worried about disloyalty at this time, but there's a lot of loyalty in this situation. This person's just very busy. They have a lot going on. They have a lot that they're doing. They have a lot that they're taking care of. I feel like one of the biggest things that they recognize you for is that you recognize both their shadow side and their light side, and you love them for both. And you also know that you have both within yourself. Throw the game to get the win, exactly. Winning and losing is all that matters, and when you do that, your love batters. Set your pride aside, your heart now confide. No more lies across your lips, poison from your tongue drips. Ease the pain of your pride, tell the truth of what you lied. So, there could be something that maybe you have lied about or just not been completely and fully honest about. There could have been something that you said that wasn't really the way that you feel, or something along those lines, and it may even be him as well. But I'm feeling like this is you. There is something that you're needing to do that requires you to let go of your pride. Redbone. What is that song by Redbone? It made me put aside my pride as part of the lyrics. So there might be something that you said or done that just does not fit with reality, or is not how you actually felt. Maybe you were pissed off at the time or upset at the time, and there may be an apology that you need to express, or there may be some people that you need to talk to and let them know that, you know what, I was just upset that day and that's not how I'm actually feeling. Something along those lines. The World. And I feel like the truth about how you have protected someone or spoken up for someone or defended someone may be getting ready to come out to you, maybe getting some sort of recognition for your beauty, your kindness, your love, your generosity, your care, the support you've given a lot of people around you. And you could be feeling like you don't deserve this because of whatever it is that you feel like you need to come clean about. So you may not be seeing it, but there's a lot of recognition right in front of you. There's this brand new beginning getting ready to happen. But in order for this brand new beginning to happen, you're going to have to be completely honest with yourself and others around you. About certain things that have happened possibly as well. For some reason, rape is really coming to mind very strongly. Coercion rape, possibly. I don't know why, but that's... there may be something to do with that coming into play here somewhere. Yes, they are, Rashima. People are a trip. It is terrible, although I will say I'm not sorry that it happened or that I went through the things that I went through, because honestly, if it wasn't for those things that I went through, I wouldn't be who I am today, and I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing. And so the good side of those things that I went through is the wisdom that I accumulated along the way. And through that journey that I had to take, I was able to be here to guide others on their journey. But if it wasn't for all of those things, then I wouldn't be. So remember that about yourself as well, because there's a lot of things that you have that you would not have without the experiences that you've gone through. If he lays a fucking hand on you, it's time to let him know that the next time he does, he's going to die or go to jail, whichever comes first. Because it is time to start believing that you are worth defending as much as anybody else would be. The last time somebody laid a hand on me, that's exactly what I told him. Is if you ever fucking touch me that way again, you will die or go to jail, whichever comes first. If there ain't no fucking cop around, you may just end up dead. Because I ain't gonna fucking put up with it anymore. There are worse things in this world than dying. So don't be afraid of dying when it comes to standing up for yourself, either. Ariana, what will the consequences be for some of the guys that ignored you and stood you up? Is this the karma cards? See if I can find my karma cards really quick. Is that them? I don't know if these are them or not. So, ugh. Those were really hard to open with one hand. I want to say those are the why they did this thing. And apparently, my karma cards are not up here right now, but so we do have some why they did this ones that I pulled out. I gave everything to you and I felt betrayed by your actions. Felt like they were abandoned and wanted you to feel just as alone. Someone was paid to do some damage here, to hurt you or to make you look unstable. So, there could definitely be an ex of yours that felt extremely betrayed by you, played the victim, convinced everyone to join their cause in some sort of way, because they felt like they were abandoned by you, and they wanted you to feel just as alone as they did. They may have wanted you to look very unstable, or like you couldn't handle life in some way. They may have even wanted you to feel that way so that you would come crawling back to them. signs in Gemini. What you want to be known, what is believed about, use the quickest way, information to explain, communications about, resulting from the fluctuations of. I feel like a lot of these actions are going to be getting exposed in the near future. Their two-faced energy and the way that they have behaved is something that people are going to be knowing about in the future. Responsibly in the 10th house. Success, become a person of power and status, your destiny, where you're going, your career. Somebody may have wanted to stop you from being able to level up in your career. They may have wanted to keep you from going down the road that you were going down. The sun, things brought to life or light, the gaining of respect for or from, the creation of. Demonstrate, realize, act like a leader. So a lot of these things that these people did is actually going to push you towards that success, and their actions being exposed is something that is going to give you more credit and more followers. They're going to have to watch you gain success. They're going to have to deal with the truth of their actions coming out as well. Temperance, the Fool, the Knight of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this person definitely wanted you to be dealing with some sort of mental illnesses, questioning your actions, questioning your mind, questioning what's going on around you, whether or not it's real. All of this energy and everything that you have had to face has brought a strong transformation into you. One where you're okay with the fact that we're not meant to know everything and you can still continue forward regardless of whether or not you do know everything. Somebody may be getting ready to come in and tell you the truth. They may be moving very quickly, very impulsively. They may be feeling like a fish out of water a little bit. Somebody may really want to come in and express some sort of truth to you, reveal the things that you haven't known that have been hidden in the dark. And you kind of already know this deep down, but it's going to be nice to have that solid proof. 5533. All the extremes that you have faced, all the ups and downs, all the ins and outs, everything that's been going on, this is all something that has made you much stronger, much more qualified, and it has allowed you a sense of peace throughout very tumultuous circumstances, where you're able to believe in yourself a lot higher than you used to be able to believe in yourself in the past. Two of Cups and the Lovers. These people are also going to have to watch you make some real friends. Make some real friends, have some fun, go out, enjoy yourself. They're also going to have to watch you take a leap of faith and somebody else take a leap of faith on you. Somebody is once again going to be rushing in to tell you the truth about how they feel about you. Somebody loves you for all that you are and wants you to continue to be a free version of yourself and not a trapped version of yourself. I feel like whoever this ex is from the past was somebody that was extremely codependent. And that's a lot of the reason why they haven't been able to let go and why they've been trying to hold on to you in whatever crazy ass ways that they've come up with for ways to hold on to you in some way. This person that's going to be coming forward, they may not be like the best communicator on the planet, but they're going to try to express how they feel about you. And I feel like the way that they feel about you is they have a lot of love for you. But at the same time, even if you told them no, they would still want to be friends because they want you as a part of their life, regardless of whether or not you want to be with them. So you're going to be getting a very good situation for your future. And I feel like this person's going to be unsure of everyone around them, kind of questioning everything going on in their life, not sure what's real and what isn't. And a lot of this is because of that energy that they sent towards you. And so they're going to be really paranoid, worried that everyone around them is kind of behaving in the same way as they behave towards you. Especially since I feel like they're going to be pretty alone and they're not really going to have many people around them. They're not really going to know who to trust either. And that's kind of what they wanted for you, but you have grown and shifted in ways that it may take them a minute to do, if they do it at all. Yeah, so can my ex. He can be very nice, Miss Mon. Kind kind of perfect. Everybody thinks he's a great guy. And it's not necessarily so much bipolar as he is perfect all the time. Never wants anything. Never has any emotions. And then when all those things get so bottled up, they come out all over the place, but only when nobody else is around. Hi, Sanch. Who is thinking about you right now? Three of Wands, Knight of Cups, Ten of Swords, Strength, and the Nine of Stakes. So this is somebody that betrayed you in the past. This may be somebody that was very flowery with their words. They may have done a lot of romantic things. This may be somebody that you've spent a lot of time trying to manifest in as well. This ain't no place for no hero. This ain't no place for no better man. This ain't no place for no hero to call home. It's about the ones who stop you falling from your ladder. This person in the past may have disappeared when it came time to help you or support you in some sort of harsh situation that you were in, because they didn't really believe in themselves or their power. I feel like this person has went on a very long, rigorous journey to kind of find their courage and find that light within themselves. This person may have hurt you very badly in some sort of way, but this person went through a lot because they don't ever want to hurt anyone in the same way again. This person may have actually even started therapy or something along those lines. We have in Venus, enjoy charm and beauty. Charm, art, and beauty are the way. The attraction of, pleasure from, good times. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Learn or teach, be positive about, grow and expand, Jupiter. The granting of, blessings from, good fortune. Signs, leadership. The creativity or creativeness of, do what you want, and self-confidence to create, taking a chance on, resulting from the impressiveness of. Sorry guys, just realized how warm my phone was getting. Need to make sure I cool it down before I lose my comments. So, this person could definitely be somebody who had a lot of pride and ego. This could definitely be somebody who stepped over your boundaries very harshly. This could be somebody who betrayed you very fully, like caused you a lot of pain. A lot of pain. If you want to know why Spike here was busy getting his soul back, he was busy getting his soul back because he felt like not having a soul is the reason that he had hurt Buffy the way that he did. Buffy had been sleeping with him and kind of hiding the relationship from everybody because she felt really ashamed of it. And then she had ended things with him, and he couldn't understand why she didn't want to be with him anymore because he had loved her for so long. And he ended up raping her in her bathroom, or coming really close to raping her in her bathroom, and that's why he took off and he did what he did to gain his soul back. So this person has been fighting a battle to find the light within themselves again and to bring it to life again because of the love that they have for you. And they're just hoping that their actions to create a better them, you are going to be able to see them as the new version and not the old version. That you're not going to be so hung up or stuck on the past that you aren't able to see that they're very different than they were the last time you dealt with them, or something along those lines. Use your discernment. Hi, Leia. You're welcome, Rashima. Thank you as well. In between questions, guys, too, remember to support my channel in the ways you can. Like, share, comment, subscribe, leave timestamps, donations, make purchases, things like that. All that stuff really helps me out, you guys, so much. And I thank you so much for it. So, Leia McKinney, what do you need to know right now? You know what's funny? My mom's maiden name is McKinney. What do you need to know now? Two of Cups, Queen of Swords. The very first thing, and it's not hard to understand why, the very first thing that popped out in my mind is someone's gay. Someone around you may be gay. Yeah, I've had a lot of experiences with gay men and bisexual men. They really like me. I don't know. I think some of them think I can cure them. I don't. You can't cure them. They were born that way. They need to accept it, and I think that's the whole thing too. That's why they think people have been cured, because they learned how to accept themselves and love themselves. It has nothing to do with being cured. What do you need to know right now? You need to start putting your foot down in some of your friendships as well. Expressing yourself more fully. And at the same time, there's kind of a need to allow your heart to open a bit. You may have become very detached or withdrawn with certain people or situations. It may be time to open your heart so that an important emotional talk can take place. Because I feel like this talk that you may be getting ready to have with somebody is something that's going to bring a lot of happiness and a lot of joy into your life. Yeah, there's a need here to release judgment over a certain situation, to let it go, to allow it to be what it is. To allow the doors of the past to kind of close so that you can open new doors to the future. And there's also a need to kind of look around you and realize just how much you have succeeded in certain areas as well. Realize. So, I'm glad there's a picture to go with that. You are seeing things very, very truthfully. 57 and 47. You're seeing things very truthfully. You have no problem being able to see what lies underneath, being able to understand things at a very high level. You're very intelligent. And you definitely know when people are not being honest or truthful with you. And there could definitely be a situation around you right now where somebody's not being very honest or truthful. New thoughts, new ideas, new perspectives, understandings. I feel like if you're feeling any kind of creative energy, if you're feeling inspired, if you're feeling motivated, it's time to go after what it is that you want. What is it that you want? Because you might be focused very much on the lies of others or the wants and desires of others, but you may not be really putting your wants and desires out there in the front. You may not be looking at them. You may not be noticing them. You may be so focused on other people that you're not really paying attention to what's going on within you. Somebody has a decision to make about what it is that they want, and somebody's going to be getting the courage to go after what it is that they want. There may be some people trying to trigger you at this time, trying to cause you to be angry or upset, trying to bring out your inner demons in some sort of way. As long as you are choosing the path that's best for you, don't worry too much about what other people got going on, because you don't want to get caught up in that trap of feeling extremely angry and losing your shit on the people around you. Because you already know what's up anyway. I don't know, that seemed a little confusing, but I hope you understood that. I just did yours probably about 10 minutes ago, Ariana. Telling the truth about everything he's done is a good idea. I protected mine for years too. And even the years I've been expressing the truth, nobody believes any of it because he was lying the whole time. And so they already believed his story. But that's okay. It doesn't matter what anybody believes, because you know what? I know my truth. You know your truth. I put him in jail finally 2 days ago. Good. And if he does come mess with you or your car, It's already on record. And they're going to start seeing that this is a pattern and how obsessed he is. And there's going to be something more done because of it. Yeah, there's going to be opportunities and offers coming to you. You're going to be very safe as well. Yeah, kick him in the balls. That was my first idea with that guy I was talking about earlier. I was like, next week when I'm sober, I'm going to go find him and I'm going to kick him in the balls. And then, no, it sat and I got to think about it. And so when I seen him, that's what happened. Good. I'm glad he's receiving that karma because he does deserve it. Even though I know neither one of us really enjoys watching people have pain or go through misery or things like that. It's kind of like I was telling somebody this morning about the guy I was dealing with earlier this year. And we're still talking, stuff like that. We're still friends, but we aren't together. And like I told that guy, I was like, yeah, he does deserve to be where he's at with everything he's done. I'll say that much. And at the same time, I don't have to like it. Of course, that one did not ever physically abuse me. Blessing sent. Definitely to make you look unstable, yeah. That's what it really felt like a lot in that one. Yeah. That's one of my favorite songs by Billie Eilish too, Bad Guy. White shirt, now red, my bloody nose. Sleeping, you're on your tippy toes, creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. So you're a tough guy, like it really rough guy. Chest always so puff guy. Yeah. I'm the bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. And at the same time, how's she the bad guy? She's just being herself, and herself happens to be enjoyed by a lot of people. A lot of liars and a lot of cheaters and a lot of whatever the fuck else. I had a feeling that particular one didn't ghost you. But yeah, they were probably extremely cold, extremely calculated too. And yes, his actions will definitely come back to haunt him. Hi, Jessa. You can ask, sweetheart. Just throw your question down there and I'll get to it in the order they come up. Sometimes I don't make it through all of them either, guys. Sorry. I do live readings with questions regularly, but I only do the one free question session the first week of every month. So if I don't get to yours today, hit that little notification button and it'll notify you next time I'm doing it. It is. And at the same time, you know what? There's only... If you're going to make the first move, you got to go after the right guy. 77, 44. If you're going to make the first move, you got to go after the right guy. Because not every guy's going to be able to handle that. It takes a very strong man to handle a strong woman. And, you know, since the beginning of time, men have been geared towards and pushed towards being the hunter. Being the one to take action. They've been geared and pushed towards believing that women who take action are whores or whatever the fuck else. 78. And also to believe that guys that don't take action are pussies, you know. So you cannot go after a man's man and make the first move either, definitely. And a lot of times it just, you know, if you're waiting for somebody who feels like you are worth taking action towards, then you gotta wait till somebody's taking action towards you. But I understand that fully because you know what? Why the fuck do I gotta be the brakes all the time? That's not cool. I shouldn't have to be the brakes all the time. I should get to be the gas once in a while too. Yes, emasculated. So, Jessa, new OM staff, and they believe that she's better than you. Does that mean they will remove your right and authority in your role and change your position? And you're welcome, sweetheart. Oh, never mind. You were saying thank you to Sanch. Signs. Sagittarius. Your highest ideals, the rules of, get it out to the world, and insight to understand, the wisdom of, resulting from the understanding of. So I feel like this is like the shiny new person, but I also feel like you stand out very much in some sort of way. And if you feel like there is some reason that somebody may be overshadowing you in some way, it might be time to make yourself stand out in an even higher way. You may want to put in some sort of extra effort in some sort of way, maybe come up with some new idea that they can implement in your work. 3 of Swords, the Hermit, 9 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, don't get into this energy of defensiveness and feeling like you need to guard and protect what's yours because, or like you're not good enough or things like that, because you can end up doing some things that just are not very good when you're in that energy. That fearful energy can really turn you into somebody that you don't want to be. It may be time to take some time alone to really kind of go within and understand why there is so much pain associated with someone new coming in and why you may feel so threatened by it. Someone might actually even find out something that they don't know about this person at this time. Yeah, this person's kind of new. They're really not sure in some ways what they're doing. This person may actually even like end up messing something up in some way. I feel like this is going to bring you a semblance of peace that they messed up. But remember that the way your team wins the best is when we're all doing a good job. So take a leap of faith when it comes to this person and put yourself out there and help to lift them up if they end up having an experience where they're feeling really down or something happens that can cause problems in some way. You may not be seeing the blessings in front of you, and you may be really ignoring some of the love you have coming your way or some of the kindness that you have coming your way. You may be refusing to see it because you're worried about this situation. It might be time to say something as well. You could have been kind of quiet about this situation. You may not have been commenting on a whole lot of things. And once again, you might not be seeing things fully because of the pain that you're feeling in some way. So it might be time to kind of speak up and try to solve the problems between you and this person. Try not to be in competition with this person so much as being able to work together as a team. And that's going to make you look better as an employee as well. It's going to make you look very valuable as an employee to be able to work with people. Yeah, I've had some of those experiences, Ariana. That's okay. Sometimes we got to go through the lesson to be able to learn it. And we were meant to be in those positions so that we could learn the things we did learn from them. You're welcome, Rashima. Thank you again, too. Yeah, I just kind of let them fall in their own graves at that point anymore. Wow. Someone could have lied about you as well in the background. I'm feeling like there could definitely have been some lies expressed about you. I don't get bitter, I just get bitter. People come and go like the weather. And I just hit them with that, okay. Sometimes we got to get away with it without an apology. Sometimes we just got to let them go, cut them off, and sometimes we got to be those people that ghost it out. Because as awful as it can feel sometimes, do you think you would have walked away from this person and all the toxicity that they were bringing into your life if they wouldn't have blocked you? It's possible that you wouldn't have. And yeah, it seems so cruel, but at the same time, sometimes that action is necessary. Especially when it comes to a situation where they are not looking to change, they're not looking to take accountability, they're not looking to take their credit for the nasty things they've done or change them in any way or fix them in any way or even apologize for them. And sometimes we can't even do that because we're connected to them for the rest of our kids' lives. Maple 7. What do you need to hear about the connections around you? Page of Swords. The World. King of Swords. Hanged Man. Three of Stakes. Someone around you is seeing things very differently than they did in the past. Someone may actually really enjoy the more dominant energy that you've come into as well. You may be feeling very confident. You may be acting in a very different way. You may be embracing your darkness in a more full effect than you ever have before. Somebody is seeing something that happened in the past in a very different way than they used to as well. There's been a break, a split, a pause, a delay on something. And this is giving a chance for communication to come in. This may also be giving a chance for someone to watch you in some way, to watch you have this complete ending out of the old and this brand new beginning. Someone may be wanting to communicate something to you as well in order to bring about a brand new beginning. And this could be something that you've been waiting for a long time too. Houses. In the second house, patiently, what you want, get what you need, your beliefs, what you value, your resources. Somebody's seeing things very differently because they're seeing things from an angle they've never seen it before. They're starting to realize that you tend to get what you need and what you want, that you're very patient, that you're very persistent, that you're very dedicated and committed to what you work on. Pluto, resurrect. Get to the heart of the matter. Do or die, you must. The need for control of, an obsession with, a power struggle. So there's definitely somebody that has been watching you, that has been really wanting a new beginning, that has tried to be very controlling or forceful with this energy. They may have been very cruel, cutting, critical with their words or their actions towards you. Could have been very calculating in some way as well. As you release the past and as you close the old doors, brand new doors begin to open. I also feel like right now this person is watching you live your life like there is nothing wrong. And there might be monsters in the background that are attacking you, or there might be people that are angry with you or jealous of you, or there might be people that are sad or hurt, whatever the case may be, but you're just living your life. You're going about your business. You're not worried about what's going on. And somebody may also be seeing their actions from the past in a different way too. If somebody cheated on you, they may actually be looking at this in a very different manner now as well. They may have had somebody cheat on them, and it could have caused them to really see things differently. The Moon, the Page of Pentacles. You're the one with the power, and they know this now. They may feel like they slept on you. Take some time for meditation and prayer, because this is really going to help you get into a more peaceful state. This person has watched a lot of you facing your darkness head on and fighting your way through it. And they know how strong you are at this point. starting to think you're attracted to guys with narcissistic tendencies. Yeah, that happens because you know what? Everybody will say, you attract what you are. We attract the same thing we are. What we put out is what we get. Excuse me. Magnets attract the opposite, and most people do too. When you are a light, you attract a dark. And when you're a dark, you attract a light. There's reasons for this. First off, to instill some light in that darkness, and to instill some darkness in that light. Because that light needs some darkness, and that darkness needs some light. Also, there are certain things that that person can do to protect you and them that you can't. And there are certain things that you can do to take care of certain things that they can't. It is a very narcissistic thing to do, although there's only 2% of the population that actually has narcissistic personality disorder. Every single person on the planet, including you though, has narcissism within them in some way, shape, or form. Every one of us has narcissism in some way, to varying degrees. But to actually have narcissistic personality disorder is actually pretty rare. I'm pretty sure I've met some myself, but so I can understand where you're coming from on that, because, you know, people can be extremely fucking selfish at times and cruel and not care at all what the other person's going through, have absolutely no empathy. And at the same time, when it comes to ghosting and breadcrumbing and things like that, a lot of times when somebody breadcrumbs you, it's because they don't want to hurt your feelings by telling you that they do not feel the same way about you. So they're trying to give you the hint. They're like, get the fucking hint. I don't like you that same way. If I liked you that same way, I'd be messaging you every day. I'd be reaching out. I'd be talking to you. I'd be asking you on a date. I'd be whatever. But they can't actually push themselves to say, hey, I do not like you the same way that you like me. They don't even know what to say. They don't know how to tell you to go find somebody who does. Things like that. And they feel like it would almost be crueler to say that. So instead, they avoid the conflict, they avoid the confrontation by breadcrumbing or ghosting out. So when somebody ghosts you or somebody breadcrumbs you, you can guarantee they do not like you. Go find somebody else. That's the way, and it sucks. It does. Because that triggers you because of the abandonment issues you have, or because of the pain of rejection that you've experienced over and over in your life, to want to try to somehow get this person to like you instead of finding somebody who already does. And you guys are very welcome. Thank you for being here today, too. It's nice having gay friends, though. Exactly. Honest and straightforward. I'd rather him let me know, too. And I let people know. But you know what? People can get very upset when you let them know. Especially since they're like, you don't even know me yet. Blah! And I'm like, dude, I know I don't want to be with you. And I already know that. If I know that within the first 5 minutes of knowing you, then, I mean, come on. Hi, Perfect Dark. I haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you've been doing good. Been way too damn long. Exactly right. Aw. I'm happy to hear your messages, too. I was going to say voice, but, you know, yeah. Being stubborn Aries, I didn't listen because I just wanted to believe it. Yeah. I am a fucking stubborn ass for being a Cancer. Fucking stubborn. And you know what? They love it. You want to know why? Because I don't just believe anything. I have to go find the proof for my fucking self. I have to go find the truth for myself. And I have to test and experiment with everything. And they love it because I'm not just going to fall for anything. So there are good things about stubbornness too. Stubbornness means you aren't going to give up when the going gets tough. The tough get going, and the stubborn are the most tough of all. And they sure as hell aren't going to give up. So, once again, in between questions too, if anybody wanted to donate, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, Amazon wish list below. Thank you guys so much for anybody that does that, or anybody that purchases, anybody that likes, shares, comments, subscribes. Everything that you guys do to support me and my work on this channel really does mean a lot to me, and it helps me to be able to do a better job of being here to support you on your path too, because I get to do it in a little bit more comfort. So thank you for that. I'm glad you haven't been arguing with your mom as much lately, Maple 7. snipping at each other is kind of normal. Apparently, according to my kids, that's what moms and daughters do. Well, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be in competition with anybody. I don't want anybody acting like an ass. I just want to have the relationship we used to have before you guys started getting older. Sometimes it's better to spend some of that time alone and to yourself so that you can make sure that you're in your own energy and that other people's energies are not affecting you so much. And at the same time, just make sure it's not too much, because if you start spending too much time on your own, you can bring up a very strong energy of social anxiety when it comes to rejoining society. Maybe she's not as better as you think. Maybe she isn't, sweetheart. Jessa, a lot of times we do get very insecure by the people around us, or, you know, something shiny new comes in and everybody's paying attention to it when it gets there. But that brand newness wears off a bit over time. When it first happens, it can make you feel very much like you have been overshadowed. When I was 7 years old, my mom's friend moved in with us. We were living in this little 2-bedroom trailer, and we had 5 kids, and my mom, her friend, moved in with us with her 2 kids. And I was friends with all the boys in the neighborhood. We spent a lot of time running around in the middle of nowhere, playing with, you know, making bows and arrows and playing in the river and all kinds of stuff like that. And this brand new little blonde girl comes in with her big blue eyes and her perfect white skin, and every boy there was drooling over her and was like at her beck and call every second of every day. So all my friends that I used to play with were all gone because they were all running after her. Don't let that jealousy cause you to turn into something that you don't want to turn into. That was when I learned not to let jealousy be an issue in my life, and I haven't really allowed it to be since then, because it was such a big thing that happened at that point in time that it taught me for life. It taught me for life. I can see that. Because, you know, it'd be nice, I'm sure, to have them tell you. I really do feel like, though, there's not so much, yeah. It's time to step into that confidence. I really feel like you have a very stable and secure position in this job. It's time to see things from a different perspective as well. This boss you have, I don't feel like they do things just to make others happy. There's a lot of bosses out there that can do things just to make everyone else happy because they're a people pleaser. I don't feel like this boss does that, though. This boss does things that are productive for the company. This boss makes the best decisions for everyone, including themselves. This boss is a very patient person, very strong and stable. And they also have a tendency to notice and recognize those who have been there for a long time. Even if there's new coming in, they know that the ones that are rooted in there and have been putting in that work for a long time, they notice them and recognize them. You know what you want. You're very motivated. You're very driven. You're very ambitious. You're very goal-oriented. And you're not somebody who's going to take shit from anybody. Also, I do feel like this boss definitely has seen a different side of you at this point, because they also know that if it comes down to it, you will stand up and fight for what it is that you want to. That you can actually be a very strong force to be reckoned with. You're not somebody that's just going to be a pushover. I really feel like this boss enjoys your energy a lot. A lot. They feel like you're a very valuable employee to have at their company. And they've also been watching you contain that darkness. They've been watching you kind of experience this, but being able to keep your peace. And they're very impressed by this energy. That's exactly why it was saying that you should really make sure that you are, instead of looking at this person as competition and the enemy, make sure that you're looking at them as a friend and a teammate, because that will shift your energy and that will cause you to be supporting this person and guiding this person and being the leader that you are. instead of the jumping into the fears and becoming the anti-leader. And that's going to be even more impressive to this boss as well. The fact that even when you may be afraid that somebody could take your job, you are still willing to do what's best for the company and what's best for the employees and the team around you. So we are going to do a closeout message, and then we're going to be done for the day if nobody else ends up asking a question before the end of it. So, every time I see the sky crying, I'm just like, the sky is crying. Can't you see them tears roll down the street? There may have been a lot of sadness, pain, losses, storms experienced. But as those clouds part and that sun comes out, you're going to start to see the blessing that these experiences were. And I feel like there's a lot of luck, a lot of joy, a lot of abundance and fertility on your side as you're moving forward. Especially in certain circumstances with certain people. Financial success, 88. You have freed yourself. Abundance. Hard work pays off. Breaking the cycles. No longer bound. So people that you may have been bound to in the past, or experiences that you may have been bound to, situations that may have brought you down, hurt your confidence, hurt your self-esteem, caused you to be insecure, you're no longer bound to those things anymore, and you've really been breaking free. You've been raising your vibes, and you've been jumping into this more childlike energy and really enjoying the experiences around you. Now I'm wanting to sing some jump roping songs like, fudge, fudge, call the judge. Mama's gonna have a baby. Wrap it up in toilet paper, send it down the elevator. What will it be? Boy, girl, twins, or alien? Boy, girl, twins, or alien? Once again with this luck and abundance as well. Just a lot of luck, a lot of abundance. Hi, beautiful. I made the mistake of petting her, and now she's up here on my board with me. Hi. Hi, my little beautiful. This is my little angel, and she's such a sweet little girl, and she has such sad little eyes when she wants to, don't you? Don't you? So, competition. I feel like a lot of you have really been working hard on dropping this competitive energy and on being able to work in a team or a partnership with people around you. Cleansing your energy, freeing yourself of any negative energy, any lower vibrational experiences. You've been really pulling yourself out of this depression energy as well, and trying to see the world and your experiences in a new light. My little angel. Oh, and now I want to sing, I got two angels, didn't you know? I got two angels wherever I go. Now it's, I got four angels in little girls and a boy. Yeah, you my little angel. Yes, you are. So, yeah, you've broken free of people's talk as well, of worrying about what they're saying, worrying about what they're thinking, worrying about the opinions of others, or focusing on it too much. Don't look back now. One step at a time. Keep moving forward. What that reminds me of, I got a... This was on my upper bed in my house. I have no idea who it belonged to. To thine own self be true. Unity, service, recovery, open-mindedness, willingness, honesty is a 24-hour chip. What we really have is a daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual connection. Contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual connection. So the maintenance you have been doing on your spiritual connection, on your spiritual mind, on your spiritual heart has really been successfully carrying you forward. pulling you out of any of the negative, lower vibrational experiences and allowing you to be more of yourself and that happy, beautiful, high vibrational person that you were once upon a time before you stepped into that hatred. So much hate, it's hard to see. It can be extremely hard to see when you're feeling a lot of hate, a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, when you're feeling a lot of anger towards someone who has done you wrong. And so in letting go of all of these experiences and letting go of that competitive energy, letting go of the fear, the anger, the hurt, that is really going to be bringing you a lot of luck and a lot of abundance into your life. Once again, with stepping into that childlike energy again too. You may be looking back on some of your past experiences as well. You may be really healing a lot of the root causes of the pain that you've had. I feel like you had a lot of self-hatred for a long time too. And so you had a very hard time seeing yourself clearly and how worthy you were, how valuable you were, how amazing you were. And now that that hatred is clearing up, you are really being able to free yourself of all of that. And you're really able to, instead of keeping your mouth closed up tight, you're expressing yourself. A lot of people were raised in the days that most of the people on this channel were raised and earlier, that children are not meant to be seen or heard. It wasn't even just children are meant to be seen, not heard. No, they didn't even want to see them. They didn't want to see them, didn't want to hear them, didn't want anything. Yeah, nothing. And they were stupid. Nobody was ever going to listen to a child. Why would they listen to a child? That would be dumb, right? But a lot of you are the types of people that hone in very quickly on what a child has to say because you feel like it is a valuable and important message. We never would have learned that without having somebody do that to us as children. Have the confidence to break your silence. You never know what may be lost without your voice. So there is also something that you have been working up the courage to break your silence on that has happened as a child. It's kind of like I said, I'm sorry, Mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry. But tonight, I'm cleaning out my closet. I'll take you back to 73 before I ever had a multi-platinum selling CD. I was a baby, maybe I was just a couple of months. My faggot father must have had his panties up in a bunch because he split. I wonder if he even kissed me goodbye. No, I don't. On second thought, I just fucking wish he would die. I look at Haley and I couldn't picture leaving his side. Even if I hated Kim, I grit my teeth and I try to make it work with her, at least for Haley's sake. I know I made some mistakes, but I'm man enough to face them today. The smartest thing I did was take the bullets out of that gun because I'd have killed him. Shit, I would have shot Kim and him both. This is my life. I'd like to welcome you all to the M&M show. So, a lot of you are really learning how to put yourselves out there. This looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me because we need a little controversy and it feels so empty without me. M&M, by the way, both of those are M&M. It is definitely something that you've been learning is how to no longer hide and sweep everything underneath the rug. Because I feel like in your household as you grew up, everything was swept under the rug. None of the truths were allowed to be spoken or seen, and even if they were, everybody would just say, oh, they're a liar anyway. They always make up these fantastical stories. Kind of like a couple years ago on Halloween when my ex and me were up at the church and the girls were running around doing the activities and getting their candy from that place. One of his coworkers, a female coworker, came up to him and they were talking, and then her daughter's like, oh, hey, I know you. I saw your picture before hanging in that house I was in. And both of them sat there and made every excuse underneath the fucking sun to try to say she was lying and making up stories and all kinds of other bullshit. Really, why would you be saying that unless there was a reason to be covering it up? Unless she had been in that house long before we were separated. And that's the thing, is children a lot of times have some very honest things to say. But as people are trying to make them out to be liars and scapegoats, usually it's because they're covering shit up. But nobody back in those days believed that. They just believed that the kids were the liars. They have a mental health disorder. They are so hard to be around. Sometimes they fly off the handle for no reason. A lot of people with mental health issues or blame mental health issues for a lack of respect or unfair treatment. Someone may be scapegoating you. So there's definitely been some people who have abused you mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually. There have been people who have abused you. and who have tried to tell people that you're so hard to be around. Oh, that you can't even be around them. Oh, you can't even say something to them because otherwise they're going to jump all over your shit and they're going to explode and they're going to be this and that and this and that. And yeah, you might have been in bad fucking shape when you walked away from these people that you walked away from. So you might have been a little defensive. You might have been a little bit hurt. You might have been looking over your shoulder at everything. And it could have appeared like a mental health disorder. But now that you are in a stable energy, feeling good about yourself, healing, growing, moving forward, people are starting to realize that this person put you in this state. And then they claimed that you were the reason that they were in the state they were in when they've been in that state for a very long time and they're still in that state and they never plan on leaving that state. Be happy. Honor roll. Be proud. You're on a roll. Removal of those who wish you harm. Listen, the signs are speaking to you. So, if there have been people or situations or experiences or jobs or whatever it may be that has been taken out of your life in some way, it has been taken out of your life for a very good reason. Removal of those who wish you harm. Be happy because the truth is being exposed. The fantastical stories, lies, and made up bullshit is being revealed for what it is. And the truth of who you are is being exposed as well. And I feel like a lot of your dreams are getting ready to come true. There's a lot of beauty coming in for you guys. And there is a lot of wisdom that you have learned from everything that you've faced along the way as well. So that's what I have for today's reading, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys had to say about it, whether or not it resonated, what you might have going on, all those kinds of good things. Thank you guys so much for being here today and the support that you send me in whatever way you do, whether it be liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, donating, leaving timestamps, super chat stickers, super thanks stickers, making purchases, everything that you guys do to support me in my work. It really helps me to be able to be here to support you in a much better way as well. So thank you for that. And I really hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.